Your upcoming EP, is that at the end of this month? Like, what can we expect from it?
Well, it's 4 tracks. It's I think the main thing with it is it's like an evolution of our sound. I think with this EP we've really like nailed like the sound we want to produce, and within like the writing of the songs, and just with the guy that recorded it, Dan from Anchor Baby, just got it like spot on, I think. And I think from like the album to the EP, that's the main difference. And you know, they're just new songs and then more relevant to what's going on in our lives and stuff like that. So,
Right. How does it differ from like the 10,000 words on?
it's just more us. I don't know how to describe it other than, I mean, we always regarded the album, I mean, a lot of, like, the album we regarded as this kind of like it's like a punk rock horns mixed with like some like gypsy punk stuff in there, whereas this is kind of more that kind of punk rock and horns like vibe more than anything else. But I think the thing is we just, with the EP, just with the writing of it, we just didn't hold back on any of the, you know, thinking like, oh, this we can't, you know. But there's not that in writing the album there was bits we held back on, like, oh, we can't put that in there or whatnot. It was just, I don't know.
The track's been around for a while, haven't they? And these tracks have been written specifically
these
as
are
a
fresh.
unit, right?
These are fresh tracks. They're, you know, I don't know, they're cool. Just expect it to get a whole lot cooler.
The title track is available online.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
Great Expectations is the title track. It is quick, it's fast, it's sort of about relationships and the arguments you have in relationships, and some like the way people will say sorry in relationships when they perhaps don't want to say sorry, but they say it to keep the peace and stuff. And it's kind of like just an observation on how that can feel and how that is sometimes.
Is that like a personal experience, or is it just?
It's from personal experiences and, you know, just observing others. Yeah.
Right. Well, moving on from the EP, how's the tour been?
The tour's been wicked. We've had majority really good responses. We've had some unexpected surprises. You know, we turned up to a few places and lots of people were there that we didn't expect to be. And we've only had one real date that wasn't that great. So, one out of the last, is it 7 days?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Something like that?
10 days, I think, or something.
So really cool. We had an absolutely banging show in London, which went absolutely crazy. Yeah, and it's been alright. It's been the last tour we did, official tour we did before this, was the month-long one last year, and it's been a whole lot easier than doing that because we've been able to shower, and we've been crashing on floors again, but it's not been like every night for a month. So it's been really good though. I've really enjoyed it, and really looking forward to tonight as well.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, it should be cool.
If I was 18, I'd be going.
Alright, sure. Yeah, lame.
So have you got like any good stories from this tour or previous tours?
Stories. Let me think. I don't know, this tour's been really smelly. Even though we've been able to go home, it's just been smelly. Like, I don't know what's been going on, or like maybe our diets have just not been that great, but it's been some interesting smells lurking around. Yeah, at the Old Blue last, we played in London. I mean, it's like, it's a venue I've always kind of wanted to play because it's like a punk venue, or a scene as. And that we asked people to start stage diving, and we've done that in the past and had like a nutty response, but this was just particularly crazy. There was like people on the stage every 5 seconds. Every time I had to look around, someone was on the stage to jump up. That was really cool. Yeah, there was all sorts going on, and our friend Carl, actually, who films our videos, like sometimes he films our music videos. He told us beforehand that he was going to get on stage and sing the verse to a song, which we were all like, yeah, cool, not really thinking he'd do it, and he got up, and it was like the most out of tune, but most passionate I've ever seen a man sing one of our songs, and it was really funny. It was really cool. Yeah, threw himself straight into the crowd, and no one caught him, and it was brilliant. That's probably one of my favourite things that happened this tour. Yeah.
So what's your favourite date been, or is it that because of this?
London's definitely been my favourite gig, I think, in terms of like how I feel like a gig should go. Like, we had a lot of people come to it, and that's really cool. But we knew that was going to happen. I think my like favourite, other than what a good gig is made of, was Bristol, just because Bristol was kind of unexpected. Like, we didn't think many people would show up, and then a bunch of people showed up, and they had like Ghouls t-shirts on, and they sang all the words, and that was really cool. Like, because it was unexpected. Like, London was really cool, but I kind of knew that it would probably be good.
Yeah.
Like, Bristol, I had no idea that anything was going to happen. I thought I was going to be playing as the sound guy. So I think we all really appreciated it.
So what's your least favourite date been?
Least favourite gig?
Yeah.
Well, just probably Exeter. I don't know. Exeter was cool, and there were some people there, and they showed up and they played, but it was like just a little bit empty. And although like you try and give those gigs your all, like they're just a bit hard sometimes.
It's worth saying that we had nowhere to stay in Exeter.
Oh yeah, as well. We
We
had nowhere to stay, and then we were going to ask when we played, but so like, I mean, there was a few amount of people. There was about 10 to 15 people watching, but the room was quite big, so like very dispersed. And don't get me wrong, they like stayed and they watched, and it was really cool. But then like after the gig, we were like, no one's come up to us, and like we'd said on stage, oh, can we stay somewhere? And people were sort of like, like, and we were like, no, this isn't a joke. Like, we really need to stay. And we were all backstage, and we decided that we were gonna go out. We looked on Google Maps, and there's some forest just outside Exeter, and we were like, oh, we'll go down there, we'll set up a tent, get some beers, get a campfire, trying to like sell ourselves this idea that was inevitably going to be the grimmest night ever, with our £12 tent from Asda and our £10 sleeping bags from Tesco or wherever they're from. But just as we walked out the door, a girl came up to us and was like, oh, I've got a spare room. So we were saved in the end and didn't have to worry about it. So maybe if I'd known that we'd have a place to stay, the gig would have been a little bit better. But it wasn't a bad gig. It was just, those gigs are always a bit harder to play.
Yeah, if you've got something hanging over your head.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, we've got the rest of this tour, which is only tonight and next week in Canterbury. We have the EP launch, which will be the 31st of October. That's when the EP will come out, and we're also having a little party down at the Monarch in Camden. And then we've got a little run of dates in December with a band called the JB Conspiracy, and we might have another music video out, and then that will probably wrap up the year. And then there's some cool plans for next year that I'm sure we'll announce soon.
You got any ideas for a next album or EP? Is it just sort of play it as it comes?
There's new songs, constantly being written, but I don't know whether it'll be an album or an EP. But I think we're very keen, because like we said, the album was songs that had been written for a little while, and then we wanted to get them recorded properly, because we'd only ever done like demos. So we've done this EP with new songs, and I think we're quite keen to get another record, whatever it be, an EP album out soon, like rather than later. So it might be, I'd expect new music early next year, if anyone.